It is the Odd Couple. I'm Chris. He's Rob. We're live from the TireRack.com studios. And shortly after the show, the Odd Couple podcast will go up. So if you miss any of today's show, just check out the pod, search Odd Couple wherever you get your podcast, and also follow, rate, and review our podcast. Again, just search Odd Couple wherever you get your podcast, and you will see today's show posted right after we get off of the air. Funky Cold Mark Medina on at the bottom of the hour. He's always a lot of fun as we talk NBA with him. And speaking of it, Rob, Philly up 57-55 early in the second quarter. It's a good game. And Cleveland having its way with the Orlando Magic 80-65. And remember, the Cavs Magic winner will play Miami, that winner, in the next round. All right, Rob, the series that I think is getting probably the most attention because it's the defending champion Denver Nuggets and, you know, the glamour team of the NBA.
And the Lakers, right.
LeBron, you know, the face of the league still. And, Rob, I picked the Lakers in 6.
You didn't pick the Lakers, did you?
I'm sorry, I picked the Nuggets.
Right,
6.
I was going to say what show were you? What show was I listening to?
No, I think I'm gonna stick with my 6, but it's looking like 5 right now, at best. And I know it was just one game, Rob, but like we said when we were talking to Antonio Daniels, they've beaten them 9 straight times in one calendar year.
That is incredible.
Right? You see some things like this sometimes, right? But it ends up, you look at it, it's 3 or 4 years, right? Different players and all that. These are essentially the same players, essentially. And it's in 11 months.
Right.
That has got to wear on you, Rob. I get it, LeBron's seen it all, but still. And here's the thing, Rob. And look, Lakers, they still won tonight. Everybody's going to be feeling differently. But in game 1 on Saturday,
they're going to win a game. I mean, are they going to lose? Are they going to lose all of them? No, they'll win a game.
I don't think they'll win in Denver, though.
I don't either. That's what I'm saying. Yeah. But they'll win a game. I don't think they'll get swept again.
You would think the game for them to win would be game 3 in L.A.
Absolutely. If
they lose game 3 and they're down 3-0, I don't know. I mean, they're going to probably come out gangbusters trying their best, but I don't know. It'd be tough. But LeBron, 27 points, Rob. He was great early. He basically wore himself out in the first half and only had 9 points in the second half, 3 in the fourth quarter. Anthony Davis was very good, 32 points, 14 rebounds. And for the Nuggets, Jokic was great. Jamal Murray wasn't. Jamal Murray had 22 points, 9 of 24 from the field, Rob. And yet they still won.
Right.
That's the thing. Your 2 guys had very good games.
Think about what you just said, 9 for 24.
Yeah. He's not going to do that very often. And so even if D'Angelo Russell does finally find himself in a playoff game, I mean, Jamal Murray might just even that out because he's going to play better too.
Is this why with D'Lo, like sometimes you watch him, he had a really good regular season this year.
He did.
He really did. But you always go, well, why has he been on 10 teams?
Yeah, I mean, remember, he's had some attitude issues. Just ask Nick Young. You remember that?
Yes. Oh, yeah. But you get my point. Like, Sometimes he looks like he should be a star in the league. Like he could be. I'm not saying superstar.
He's averaged 23 points in a season. You know, had a few 21-point seasons. Career average 17.8, 5.8 assists. So he's a good player. The problem is, and he's not on these guys' level, James Harden, Nikola Jokic. I mean, not Jokic, Joel Embiid. But Rob, he is not the same player in the playoffs. He's a career. Everybody thinks it's just Denver. It's not just Denver. I mean, he was terrible against them last year. 6 points a game, 13% from three. But overall, Rob, he's a 38% shooter from the field, 31% from three, and averages 14 points a game in the playoffs. So he dips when the lights are the brightest. He get all that ice in my veins stuff he does.
Right.
Come on, bro. This is when you got to get it done. And they were challenging him. They were doubling off him to go at LeBron and AD. And they were going under, when he had the ball, going under the screen and roll. And basically daring him to, you're going to have to prove to us that you're going to hit shots. And he got 20 shots up because he was open. But there's a reason he was open, as they say.
Right. There was always that. Yeah, why'd you get so many looks? Well, they wanted you to shoot the ball, actually.
Right. And Rob, go ahead.
Go ahead. Go ahead. Make your point, and then I'll say something.
Well, I was just going to say that in LeBron's prime years, and I would say he's not in his prime anymore, but his numbers are prime numbers. I'm not even counting his first go-round in Cleveland because he didn't really have enough help. But you look at him in Miami when San Antonio was their nemesis. You look at him in Cleveland the second time when Golden State was his nemesis. And now Denver's his nemesis.
Right.
What do those three teams have in common? Smart teams, play smart basketball.
Also like coached. Teams, Chris. Teams.
That's
right.
It.
Teams.
Every one of them, Rob, because remember, Tim Duncan was older when they were giving Miami fits. But all three of them, Rob, I would say, and let me know if you agree with me, were better than the sum of their parts. Now, of course, Golden State, once they got Durant, that was a different story. But before that, they were better than the sum of their parts because they moved the ball, the players move. And yesterday, Denver, all five of their starters scored in double figures or Saturday, whoever's the open man gets the shot. It's not, we got our two guys, everything's going to revolve around them. The rest of y'all get in where you fit in. No, that's five-man basketball. Rob, look at the Nuggets on paper. They're not any behemoth on paper. Like you were saying the other night on Friday. They got one All-Star.
Right, just one.
That's it. But they know how to play team basketball. And as they say, everyone's a star in their role. KCP ain't trying to show you he should be an all-star.
But you leave him open, Chris, and he'll make you pay.
Right. Aaron Gordon's not out there trying to show you that he's something better than you think he is. They accept their roles and they excel at it. They know what they're supposed to do. And that's unique, Rob, in today's NBA. It wasn't unique back in the day. Most teams played like that. But now, very few teams play like that. And those are the teams that have given LeBron trouble in his career, particularly when he's in his prime.
And here's Denver going for 10 straight, which just seems inconceivable. It really does. I'm serious. That on one given night, Chris, AD and LeBron just can't do what needs to be done to win a game. Think about that.
When you say it that way,
right?
You're right. It's like AD and LeBron.
One night, just one night, they ball out. They do what they need to do to secure a win. We're not talking about win a series, Chris. Win a game.
Right. It's tough to beat any team 10 straight times. It's tough to beat the worst team in the league 10 straight times. You talking about, you just said it, two of the top 75 players.
Right. Ever. That they can't win a game. If they lose tonight, 10 in a row.
Right.
Wow.
Well, Rob, and I think the challenge, there's a few things. One, LeBron's kind of in a quandary because I don't think he knows what is the way to attack these guys and beat them. Because Rob, he came out like gangbusters in game one. 12 points in the first quarter, 19 in the first half.
Oh, yeah.
Right? Like I'm going to try to bury him.
He hits the three, right? To give him a 3-point lead.
I think by then it was too late, though.
It
sounds crazy. Yeah. But the game had turned. But my point is, he was out of gas. Second half, he had 9 points. Fourth quarter, he had 4 points.
Right.
Or he might have had 8 points in each 8 points in the second half, and 4 in each quarter. But he was done at the end.
He just had, he had no more juice.
Remember game 4? Last year, we scored 19 in the first quarter, 31 at half, and then only had 3 points in the fourth quarter.
That's right.
Because he had – so I think he's battling with, okay, if I come out and go crazy, we can get a lead, but I'm done in the second half, especially
rather than getting buried early.
Well, that's the thing. I think he's like, if I don't come out and really, light it up, we might be down 20.
That's what I mean. Right. And then we can't get back. Rob, do you got a stat for us? What do you got?
I got something that's going to blow your guys' mind here. Just to put into perspective how inconceivable this Nuggets 9-game winning streak is over the Lakers.
Yeah.
Okay. Currently, it is the 6th longest active winning streak from one team over another in the NBA. Here are the 5 ahead of them. See what they all have in common versus this other.
Here we go.
Okay. The Knicks over the Pistons, 15 straight. The Pistons have been tanking.
The Pistons are in every one.
The Warriors, 13 straight over the Rockets, who up until this season were tanking.
Yeah.
Right? The Clippers and the Hornets, 12 straight. Again, Hornets were tanking. Wow. The Clippers and the Pistons, again, your guys.
I know. That's why I was going to say the Pistons going to be in this a couple times.
And then number 6, the Nuggets and the Lakers, who both have been actively competing hard for years.
Now that's unbelievable.
And they've won 9 straight.
Yeah, when you look at
those are the worst teams in the league,
right? And they should get beat every time they play, almost. And to think that the Lakers are on a similar track like the Pistons, Chris, like that's
crazy. That is crazy. Do you think they win tonight?
No.
I mean Denver.
Yeah, Denver wins tonight, and the Lakers. I give them one game, game 3 in L.A.
Man,
I give them a game.
I think it's look. I think the series is over already. But
why do you think it's over, Chris?
When I say over, I mean I think Denver's going to win.
Okay, yeah.
I mean I thought Denver was going to win.
You thought they were going to win by in 6 games, but now you think it could be 5. Do you think a sweep is happening? Any chance of a sweep?
No, I wouldn't be shocked. At this point, I wouldn't be shocked.
Wow.
Because now, Rob, I'm not saying it's going to. Like I said, I'll stick with my 6. But like Antonio said, that mental strain. And then you can start in your desire to end it. Like, look, this is just downright embarrassing. We got to end this. You just get away from your game plan. You know what I mean? Now you're out there rushing. You're trying to force stuff. And you might get blown out even worse. Look, you would think they're going to win at some point. So I'm not predicting a sweep. I'm just saying before the series, I would have been surprised at a sweep. Now, I won't be surprised if that's indeed what happens. So